Hello, my name is Matt, aka the True Prince of Pro, and today I'm here to reveal AAA's Guerra de Titanes. Opening the show, we had four-way tag team action as La Parca and Octagon Jr. took on Los Americanos, Bravo and Rayo Americano, the LWOs, Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde, and Mr. Iguana and Nino Hamburguesa. It was a high-octane, fast-paced match to open up the show. Some highlights were Mr. Iguana hitting La Parca with a crazy head scissors takeover with multiple rotations, Joaquin Wilde hitting his slingshot dive to the outside, and Bravo Americano picking up Nino Hamburguesa for an insane reverse airplane spin. La Parca and Octagon Jr. would pick up the win when La Parca hit Cruz del Toro with his high-angle spinning reverse DDT, and after the match, La Parca and Octagon Jr. would celebrate at ringside with Canelo Alvarez. Up next, we had El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Ethan Page for the Latin American Championship. Now, this was a match I was really looking forward to because it was probably the best built feud going into the show, but for some reason it just felt really off to me. Like, don't get me wrong, they were doing really great spots throughout the match, but it just felt like super rushed, like they weren't giving any time to this match. The finish saw Ethan Page hitting Wagner with a wrench behind the ref's back and picking up the win, but Mr. Iguana ran out and told the ref what happened, so the ref restarted the match, and then Wagner hit Ethan Page with the Wagner driver to pick up the win and retain the championship. Up next, we had the Carnival of Carnage match as Los Psycho Circus of Dave the Clown, Murder Clown, Psycho Clown, and Pagano took on the Wyatt Six of Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan, Dexter Loomis, and Joe Gacy. This was easily the most fun match on the entire show, as the Wyatts had to go backstage into this makeshift circus to fight the clowns. And in that circus, we saw cameos from Masquerita Sangrata and Pimpinella Escarlata, who were both assisting Los Psycho Circus. The Wyatts would pick up Pagano and powerbomb him through a tent to take him out of the match, and then they would continue the fight with the rest of the clowns at ringside. When the Wyatts looked like they were about to pick up the win, Pagano emerged from the back to even the odds. Pagano would hit Uncle Howdy with a Samoan drop through the tables at ringside, and Psycho Clown would pick up Dexter Loomis and hit the Psycho Driver through a table in the ring to pick up the win in a surprise upset. Up next, we had a triple threat match for the AAA Cruiserweight title as Laredo Kid defended against Jack Cartwheel and Javon Evans. And I'll say it right now, this was easily the best match of the night. Those three went out there with a mission to steal the show, and they absolutely did that. Some highlights included when Jack Cartwheel springboarded into the ring buckshot lariat style for a 450 splash. Javon Evans catching Jack Cartwheel out of the air with the greatest cutter I've ever seen in my life. And the finish when Laredo Kid hit Jack Cartwheel with a reverse Spanish fly off the top to pick up the win and retain the title. Up next, we had trios action as Fabi Apache, Lola Vice, and Natalia took on Las Toxicas of Flamer, Lady Maria, and La Hydra. Las Toxicas gained control of the match early on when La Hydra threw Lola Vice into the stairs. When Natalia was eventually tagged into the match, her and her partners were able to hit Flamer with a double heart attack. The finish came in surprise fashion when Fabi Apache hit a Snapdragon suplex on the Flamer to pick up the win for her team. I really thought we were going to head towards Lola Vice challenging for the title soon, so it was surprising to see Fabi Apache be the one to pick up the win here. After that, we had El Hijo del Vikingo versus Dragon Lee. This was the match I was most excited for going into this event, and it definitely lived up to the hype. Vikingo has been doing a tremendous job since turning heel, and this match was a great example of that. While both men are normally high flyers, this match had a different level of intensity that I really enjoyed about it. At one point, Dragon Lee counters a crazy Hurricanrana attempt from Vikingo, and he hits Vikingo with the Styles Clash. When Dragon Lee goes to follow up with a dive to the outside, Vikingo pulls the ref in front of him and the ref gets taken out. While the ref is down, Omos appeared from the back to powerbomb Dragon Lee and help Vikingo pick up the win. And after the match, El Hijo del Vikingo and Omos show their newfound allegiance to Dorian Roland and the El Ojo faction. It's main event time as Rey Fenix and Rey Mysterio take on Los Gringos Locos 2.0, Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano. The entrances alone made this match feel like a big deal, and it's a little disappointing we couldn't get the Lucha Brothers reunion on this event with Penta being hurt, but I'm never going to complain when Rey Mysterio is the substitute for this match. Early on, we got great back and forth action from El Grande Americano with both Rey Fenix and Rey Mysterio. Rey Fenix and Rey Mysterio actually worked really well together as a team, which was great to see, but Los Gringos Locos 2.0 would gain the control when Dominic Mysterio would blindside Rey Mysterio and the team would isolate Rey Fenix in the ring. Rey Fenix would eventually make the tag, and Rey Mysterio came in like a house of fire and was unloading offense on Dominic Mysterio. At one point, Rey Mysterio spiked Dom with a DDT, and Dominic was selling his shoulder in a way that I really thought he was injured. The finish saw El Grande Americano trying to grab the metal plate to load his mask up when he was stopped by Penta. Penta would then load his own mask up, headbutt Dominic Mysterio, and allow Rey Mysterio to capitalize and hit the 619 to pick up the win for his team. After the match, we saw some tension between Los Gringos Locos 2.0 as Dominic Mysterio pushed El Grande Americano aside and left him in the ring by himself. At that point, Rey Mysterio offered the handshake for El Grande Americano, and El Grande Americano accepted it and was beloved by the fans. Overall, my final thoughts on the show is that it was a great show. There were some hits, there were some misses, but overall, I really enjoyed it, and I think you should go check it out. Two more things I want to point out before I end this review is that Guadalajara crowd was absolutely incredible, and they really packed the building out for this event. And the other thing I want to point out is if they're going to continue to offer English commentary for these events, they really need to change up who does it. I think Corey Graves is incredible on these shows, but Conan and JBL just cannot keep up with him. I don't know who you fill those other two spots with, but I just really hope there's some sort of shakeup in the commentary team going into 2026. That's it for this review, and I just want to thank you all for watching, and I hope that you continue to watch all the other videos I make, whether it's the independent wrestling highlight videos, or the AAA stuff, or just anything I end up making on this channel. If there's anything that you would like me to make in the future, whether it's AAA related or not, definitely let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.